Hey restoration fans, welcome back to another episode. Today we're talking wheels, dirty wheels. These are the ones off of my SUV, and as you can see, they have tons of dirt, grease, and grime that needs to come off. Today we're unmounting this wheel. We're gonna clean the front and most importantly, the back. This is the barrel. This is the part that most of us never get to. What we're gonna do is unmount this wheel, spray these two products on to see which one performs the best. Now the point here is to see which one's gonna save us time, save us money, and give us the best results. So if you've been looking for something to clean your wheels deep, deep, deep and get them done right the first time, then definitely stay tuned. Before we get to the fun part, I wanna show you the two products that we're gonna be working with today. On the left, we have Dark Fury. On the right, we have Pink Perfection. Both of them are made by Superior Products. I've been using Dark Fury for a couple months now, and it's done a great job when it comes to cleaning my wheels. The reason I'm introducing Pink Perfection is because it's an alternative cleaner that's great for the interior of your car and exterior, versus Dark Fury. This is an exterior only cleaner. Now the purpose of this is to see if I can transition from using Dark Fury to Pink Perfection, which in theory will save me money down the road. Next, let's apply these products to the wheels to see which one's gonna remain on the shelf. Here's a wheel, and as you can see, this is the barrel I was mentioning, which is also the inside part. This is years and years of caked on brake dust, dirt, grease, and grime, and everything that the road has to offer. What I plan on doing is dividing this wheel into two parts, spraying one side with the Pink Perfection, scrubbing it, hosing it down, rotating the wheel, spraying Dark Fury, scrubbing it, hosing it down, then laying the wheel down to see which one performs better side by side. Let's go over some of the tools you're gonna need to get the job done. Now I'm taking the home approach, which means most of the things I'm gonna show you, you should have at home in one manner or another. You're gonna need some towels to dry off the wheel once it's done. These are microfiber, but if you have regular towels, you should be just fine. We're gonna use a regular garden hose. Everyone's got one of these. No fancy pressure washer, just your regular stuff. We got a detailing brush. Maybe you can grab a toothbrush, something else that's gonna let you get into these nooks and crannies. A wheel brush, some eyewear to keep our eyes safe. These are the two products that we're using, the Pink Perfection and the Dark Fury, mixed 1-to-1 ratio, which means 50% product, 50% water. Some optional tools are gonna be this power drill, just in case the job gets really heavy duty and we need some extra power. One thing I wanna recommend is something to place between the hard cement and your wheel. In my case, I have these RV risers. They're made of a plastic material, and I plan to put a few down so that when I bring the wheel down, it doesn't have direct contact with the cement, therefore preventing any scratches to my wheel. Let's get started with the Pink Perfection 1-to-1 ratio and see how it performs. Right away, without scrubbing, you can see that some of that dirt, grease, and grime are already sliding down the barrel. That lets me know that this product's gonna work really well. We're gonna let it sit for 30 seconds, scrub it, and hose it down. There you have it, Pink Perfection, literally night and day. Next, we're gonna rotate the wheel, spray the Dark Fury, and do the same thing. Dark Fury 1-to-1, give it a good shake. We're gonna let it sit there for 30 seconds. I did rinse off any of the Pink Perfection that was left on the brush so that we can get only Dark Fury while we're scrubbing. As you can see, Dark Fury did a great job as well. Next, we're going to go ahead and lay the wheel down, do a side-by-side comparison, and finish cleaning the entire wheel. Up to this point, both products have worked great. As you can see, we have Pink Perfection on the left, Dark Fury on the right. Pink Perfection did leave some residue behind. Dark Fury on the other side did a great job of taking most of it off on round one. What I'm going to do next is take the Pink Perfection, spray the entire wheel, including the spokes, scrub everything down to see how well it performs. If necessary, we'll bring in the Dark Fury to finish the job. Pink Perfection. In my opinion, Pink Perfection has done a great job. I do have some dark areas on the spokes that need some more elbow grease. I can easily bring in the power drill, scrub those away, and be done with it. But for purposes of testing Dark Fury, let's spray that on to see how it breaks down using the same tools and see the end result. As you can see, Dark Fury's done a great job of removing the dark stains around the spokes. However, this far into it, with the wheel off, I'm curious, how well can the drill perform that the brush can't? Next, let's get some Dark Fury back on the wheel, bring in the power drill, and see what the end results look like. Quick tip. Some of these spokes accumulate water, therefore diluting the product. Want to make sure you get as little water in these crevices so that your product goes on strong. Before concluding the video, I'm going to speed you through the wash of the entire wheel and tires, then mount them back on, and at the end I'll give you the Dark Fury and Pink Perfection product numbers so that in case you're interested in either or both, you can order them ASAP. There it is. The front of the wheel is just as good as the back now, thanks to Dark Fury. Even after I sprayed it on the wet tire and wheel, the product continued to work, therefore letting you know that it's a great product. Before we let you go today, I'm going to leave you with some tips on how to use these products. In the meantime, do me a favor, hit subscribe. I've got some cool videos coming up on how to correct all the fine scratches that are in this paint using this orbital polisher along with some Adams one-step polish, which I'm going to follow up with a ceramic coating. Back to the other products. My first tip is to make sure that you dilute the product as Superior recommends. They recommend starting off with a 4:1 ratio. That means 4 parts water, 1 part product. Now, depending on your application, you may want to bump that up. However, it's a great way to start to get an idea of how this is going to work on your application. If you need more muscle, you add more product. My second tip is to make sure that you keep the surface wet and lubricated at all times. You don't want this product drying or any product drying on your surface because it may cause some damage. Lastly, make sure you use eye protection. It's very serious. Even though you're going to dilute these, if you get it in your eye, you may cause some serious damage. In conclusion, this stuff worked really well. I'm very happy with the results, and these are definitely staying on my shelf. If you have one product to pick, I'd go with the Pink Perfection, especially if you have a newer car and you want to just keep it maintained. But if you have something like my case, which is a couple years of wear and tear, brake dust, and dirt accumulation, you definitely want to bring in Dark Fury. Guys, I appreciate your time. If you got use out of today's video, do me a favor and hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a great one.